We have received many questions from viewers from many countries. So let me start the question and answer session with you, Swamiji, by taking the first question from Vishal Bhai, who has made a good point. His question is, what makes one a strong leader? A leader who is inspired by other leaders, or a leader who inspires other leaders? Seeking inspiration from others will compromise his individual unique leadership. Will it not make him a weak leader?
Nope, not at all. I think seeking inspirations from other leaders does not make one a weak leader. It does not make one weaker. In fact, it makes one stronger, better, and bigger. In no way does it diminish our leadership. Actually, it replenishes it. Look, Vishal, this is a great question. I mean, intellectually, we can talk about individual unique leadership, but practically, you can only lead in a team together. Of course, intellectually, we can think about living individually, but if you want to survive, we can only survive collectively. The issue here is not about being a strong leader or a weak leader, it's about being a good leader. A good leader is all about inclusiveness. How many people, how many ideas, how many different ways of thoughts and traditions can you include and generate a oneness that takes people or your team forward? It's not about individual achievements or exclusivity. It's not about just developing oneself. It's about developing the whole team as an organic organization. Just look at history. History tells us that individually, man is weak. We are nothing. It's almost impossible for man to survive individually. Just look around. Man individually is not the fastest. A cheetah is far faster. Man is not the strongest. A bull is much stronger. In fact, man is not the most fearless species on this earth. A lion is more fearless. So, of course, we are not the fastest, we are not the strongest, and we are not the most fearless. And yet, together, because collectively we've connected, we've created a human race and a consciousness that man or human beings as a species technically rules or dominates the world. Individually, we are nothing. Collectively, we are everything. So, a good leader is an inclusive leader that or who can generate a collective energy of everyone. So, when you seek inspirations from not just leaders of the past, but from everyone, a leader who hears people, understands them, and then generates a common will. So, I strongly believe that when you seek inspirations from everyone and almost everything around you, it just adds. Bhagavan Swaminathan often said that to keep insisting that what you have is the best is not a good form of leadership, but to invite what is good and best in everyone else and in everything else turns you into a mature, good leader. And I believe that's how the human race has grown. We stand today upon the shoulders of past generations. The great thinkers, the inventors, and leaders of the past, they have given us a lot of knowledge, a lot of great ideas and things that we have built upon. Do we really want to reinvent the wheel? That would take ages. Do we really want to reinvent the light bulb? It has been given to us. Can we not just build upon that? So, just as we can share our strength and our space and grow as a human civilization, we can also share our knowledge and become wiser and more super conscious species. And a good super conscious leader would seek inspirations from everyone and everything. A beautiful example would probably subserve the idea that I'm trying to convey. The idea is that once we trust others, learn from the mistakes of others, and make sure that we'll build upon the experiences of others, we grow into a better leader. One very close friend of ours, a great thinker, himself a good leader, his name Dashrath Patel. He was a maverick creative art designer. For decades, almost 2 decades, he had remained the director of NID, National Institute of Design, one of the most famous schools of design in India. He often told us that whenever a new batch of students arrived in the institution, he would take as the director the first class. And then he would tell all these young creative thinkers who were really trained to think out of the box, he would tell them, "Welcome to the NID. This is perhaps the finest institute of design in the whole of India. If you want to learn design the way you want to, and if you want to develop your ideas the way just you want to individually, this is your first year in the design school. But if you want to develop design the way I guide you, or if you want to learn the secrets of design the way I teach you, this is your 21st year in the Institute of Design. Because I have 20 years of experience which I can share with you. So don't just think that we are living in 2021 and we are just here for the last 40 years or 50 years. If we trust the great leaders and thinkers of the past, seek inspirations from them, then we are as old as mankind. As mankind keeps building through strength after strength, through knowledge after knowledge, through wisdom after wisdom, perfecting our values from every other leader, it just makes us stronger. And as leaders, I'm not telling you that just pick up every inspiration that comes to you. No. Learn from the great values. Learn from the great leaders. But more importantly, just as if a simple tribe talks about the great tales of the past leaders, a king or a queen is groomed by the stories of courage and valor of the past kings and queens. We grow upon the inspirations from past leaders. But all these inspirations have to be aligned. Understand one thing which is a simple law of life. 2 hands are better than 1. 4 hands are better than 2. 50 hands are better than 4. And of course, 100 or 1,000 hands get things done faster and better, so long as they are aligned, pushing in the right direction, doing the same thing. If they are counterproductive, if you take ideas which are counterproductive, then you will not move ahead. So align yourself or align the great inspirations to the visions that you have, and you will become a much stronger and much better leader. In short, I believe it's not about being an individual exclusive leader. It's about being an inclusive leader where you can change the lens of your life. If you change the lens of your life, you will find inspiration from anything and everything. I strongly believe that even if you look at a newborn baby, it does not even know how to walk. It cannot even talk. It hasn't achieved anything, and it cannot promise you anything. It's weak, frail. Its existence depends upon you and other things around you. And yet, when you look at a newborn baby, which can't talk or walk, cannot do anything, yet when it smiles at you, it gives you confidence. You can be inspired by a newborn baby because you can see how much it trusts, how much hope it has, how much loving or innocent it is. If a newborn baby that has no track record can inspire you and me in the field of trust, love, and innocence, then surely the great thinkers and leaders of the past inspire you. So let us all become not just great leaders, but good leaders by continuing to learn from everyone and changing the lens of our life into a positive outlook.